we're ready to rock and roll. Also, something to note, one of the biggest storylines of this season for Barton College is the siblings on this team. Head coach JT Deppie, and then you've got two of his younger brothers, Seth Deppie and Luke Deppie. No, those last names are not coincidences. They're related. And JT Deppie, the head coach, she just came out of Conference Carolinas as a player a few years ago playing for King. So some of the players here on this Barton College team, he's actually played against recently. So a very cool dynamic to see the brother trio. I'm sure there's a lot behind the scenes, a lot of arguments, a lot of good laughs that we don't know about. But what a cool dynamic for these teams. And obviously the storyline with Catawba is their inaugural season. This is the first year of men's volleyball for the Indians, led by a veteran coach, Bill Ferguson, who built a program from scratch at Carolina University for 4 years. And before that, he was a women's volleyball head coach at Wake Forest for 3 years, and then spent a decade at the University of Southern California for the men's volleyball team there. 3 Final Fours, 2 runners-up. This guy knows ball, people, and we're getting going here. Starting lineups, rotation number 1. We'll see who has the serve. Looks like it's going to be Catawba. As Raymond Green looks to check in for Barton. As you can see, there really aren't benches here in volleyball. All the guys just stand there in the corners cheering the whole time. We love it. A lot of energy here in this gym. Thanks for joining us. We're about to get things rolling. All right, libero for Barton. Raymond Green checks in. High fives all around. And then Catawba's libero, number 6, that's Matt Atkinson. He's a freshman, but he's top 25 in the NCAA in the nation in digs per set, so he'll cover the court back there for the Indians. And here we go. Jake Adams up to serve for Barton. Big top spin. And there you go. Talk about setting the tone for Barton in their home opener. That's Ben Wiekert shutting it down. Adams. That's a tough one. Gonna clean it up here. Green with the assist. It's a push. Another shutdown. That's a wall over there in that left side. 8 and 9. That's Lawson Hink and Ben Wiekert double teaming to shut the play down. It's 2-0 Barton. Quick middle set. Can they recover? Great swing by Hink. Long set. Trevor Phillips, we're going to be hearing his name a lot tonight. The grad transfer from Davidson, North Carolina. He was playing at Ball State last year. He leads the Catawba Indians in kills per set, almost averaging 4 of them, and there's 1. Catawba getting the serve now. That looks like Cam Reeder back to serve. Nice spin on that one. Deppie. Oh, good save. Pushing to the left. Great cross. Back row swing. Another back row swing. And that one's out. The Indians tie things up at 2. Cam Reeder, the sophomore out of Houston, Texas, the Tusculum transfer. A lot of transfers when you have an inaugural program. And there's a service error from the sophomore. All right, for Barton, it's Ben Wiekert up to serve now, the senior from Suffolk, Virginia. That one is afloat, and it floats a little too far. Back-to-back service errors tonight. It's 3-3. Catawba, Trevor Phillips, the guy I mentioned earlier, leads this team in kills per set, does it all. Big, powerful serve. Those top serves, that top spin, you want them to drop right before they land out. Unfortunately for Phillips, that one goes out. 3 straight service errors between these two. Jack Sandahl with the serve that time, and the call's in for Catawba. Big swing from the middle there. Way to respond for the Indians. They keep this one close. Why Easton serving that one. Big middle swing. Back row attack. Green, it's a free ball. What can the Indians do? Tool. But in. Barton using the block, forcing the ball in. I think Catawba wanted to tool that one off to go out, but that ball stayed in. Barton with the lead. Tough serve. Gets it up. Eli Zdonek with the kill. The graduate from Greenville, South Carolina. Now Eli Zdonek and Trevor Phillips both played at the same club team in Charlotte where Coach Bill Ferguson used to coach 5 years ago. So them two are kind of the nucleus of this inaugural team. They'll be the ones that are going to try to lay the foundation. Like I said, they're both grads, so this is their final year of eligibility to set a foundation here at Catawba College. We're still back and forth here. Barton up 6-5. Served by Ryan Gerasi. Here it comes. And that's out. Christian Smith trying to push that one for Catawba. But now Barton with a 2-point lead here, 7-5. Gerasi leads this team in service aces. It's a push to the deep corner. They recover. Big swing from left side. Deppy, push from Sandahl. Woo! That's what you get when you get an overpass and you know what to do with it. Jake Adams, the senior from left side, smacking it down. There was no one there to block him. Those oversets, those overpasses, that's like taking candy from a baby there. It's too easy. You love those opportunities. Well, I jinxed him. Ryan Gerasi leads his team in service aces, and he has a service error there. But that's what happens when you serve aggressively sometimes. You're going to wind up with a few more errors pushing that ball. Eli Zdonek with the serve. Top spin. Comes back to Lawson Hink. It's going to be a free ball. Catawba take advantage. Push. Right side. What a slam by Cam Reeder, lighting up the bench. From the right side, Reeder now with his first kill of the night. Zdonek serving. They're targeting Hink back there. Good push from the middle. Catawba, big swing, recovers. Great wall there by Barton on the right side in that number 2 spot. Seth Deppy to serve, the younger brother of the head coach, JT Deppy. And there's an ace for the middle child. Seth Deppy's younger brother is Luke Deppy. Remember, 3 Deppys on this team. Don't get confused. I know I will. Seth Deppy to serve again. Top spin. High throw. Tough dig. Great hang time by Barton. Again. miscommunication between the court judge there. The officials figuring it out. Point to Barton, as it did hit the antenna. So Seth Deppy back to serve again. Ooh, great pass. And that's what you get with the great pass. Trevor Phillips with a great reception to set it up for Christian Smith. An easy outside pass to get the kill. Cutting the lead by 3. Green with the service receive, and that'll set up a good kill for Barton. Jacob Brown unable to get that one up. And it's Shake Adams back to serve, rotation 1. Big top spin. Trevor Phillips tries to push it. It's a tip. Middle. Catawba trying to get that back row attack going, and there it does. Slips through the block and falls down. Those back row hits can be so powerful and so hard to time out when you want to block them. Cam Reeder with the service there. That toss for a serve almost hitting the ceiling there. I lost track of it. Barton ball again. Ben Wiekert up to serve. That's a floater. And a tough one at that. Wiekert with the ace. 14-9. Barton feeling good. That one floats out. Now, one of the things that head coach Bill Ferguson of Catawba told me earlier this week is that Barton boasts a big threat from that service line. Those services are dangerous, and that he needs to make sure his team's ready for that so they can get into a solid setup and be able to respond well. Whew, talk about respond. Who was that? Lawson Hink on the left side, the freshman with the slam. Doesn't look so much like a freshman. All right, first time out here. Stay with us. More action on the way. Welcome back. I'm Amanda Poole with the Conference Carolinas Digital Network here in Wilson, North Carolina, where the Barton Bulldogs are up 15-10 on the Catawba Indians here in the first set. They really started to pull away there with some service aces. They've got 2 so far, Catawba with 0. Catawba not hitting the ball too well with 0%. A couple errors in there, but give credit to Barton's blocking, something they do at an extremely high rate. Top 5 in the nation in their blocks per set. Pretty good in the Conference Carolina standings as well, as we get going here. Back row attack, good block by Catawba. Back row, out! Christian Smith over there for Catawba, their sophomore setter. He's played in 6 matches, 21 sets this year. Gets a lot of touches, leads this team in assists per set with 9.95 assists per set. They try to get him in rhythm so he can get his hitters in rhythm. Now that calls for another time out here. Coach Ferguson for the Indians. We're going to take a break with them. We'll be right back after this.
Life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Welcome back to Barton College. Amanda Poole here with you. The Bulldogs leading the Indians 16-10 here in set one.
16-17, set number one.
Barton doing a great job defensively with their blocking. They'll try to shut down this Indian squad. Green trying to get the dig, shanks off the left arm and into the crowd. Talk about a way to get the fans engaged. Catawba going to try to go back on a run, take advantage of the side out. Floater. Deppy with the set and a slam from Lawson Hink, the freshman. Kill number 2 of the night for Hink. He's hitting a 250 so far. Big swing, big dig. What can Barton do? Awesome save from Catawba. Close set, no problem for Barton. Great job by Seth Deppy to get in position and push that one up, but it's Ryan Gerasi that finishes it. And there's another timeout for your Indians. Trying to stop the bleeding here, get out of this funk as Barton is pulling away for set number 1. Amanda Poole here with you on Conference Carolina's digital network. We'll be right back after this short message. Welcome back to Barton College. Amanda Poole here with you watching on the Conference Carolina's digital network. Catawba trying to regroup with a couple timeouts back-to-back here in the first set as Barton leads by 7. It's Lawson Hink, the freshman for the Bulldogs, back to serve. He's got 2 kills. That's a team high so far. Nice light floater. I love it. Lawson Hink eating with that serve. Bulldogs pick up 3 aces in this first set so far. Christian Smith with this back set. Good dig. Oh, it falls in the middle of the court. No one knows who's got it. Catawba will take that miscommunication, though, and try to roll with it here as Christian Smith, the sophomore setter for the Indians, gets set to serve. They're running a 5-1 right now as their other setter, Nate Seeger, was injured last week. Smith gets called for the net violation, trying to save that one. And ball back to Barton. We got a couple substitutions in here. And it is Cooper Edwards, the junior, coming up here to serve. Nice floater. Smith, set. Like a miscommunication there by Jacob Brown. A high set, tried to fake Barton out, but then had to get it over eventually. Catawba with 8 errors compared to Barton's 1. That's what's the difference in this first set here. Edwards with the serve. That's an overpass taken advantage of, but staying alive. Reeder shut down by Barton. Something this Bulldog team does so well is their blocking, being able to shut down big plays like that, keep the ball on their side of the net. Awkward middle hit, but that'll do. The free ball comes over for Catawba. Great set. Back set and swing. Block wasn't there. And that's what happens when you get a free ball. You get that perfect tempo set. Smith doing a great job of getting that in placement for Eli Zdonek, the manual transfer. Last year he had 367 kills. He's got about 53 right now and counting. Big right side swing by Reeder. A couple errors earlier on by the sophomore Reeder, but here he is making up for those with a powerful cross swing from the right side. His dad played volleyball. Reeder's dad played volleyball. He's been around it his whole life. Back row, slam! Sends it on home. That's Lawson Hank. Now, Lawson Hank, the freshman, is someone that Coach Deppy told me was very under-recruited. Deppy was surprised to hear how little recruited he was. Happy to have him here, of course. Stay in it. It counts off the ceiling there. The free ball comes over for the Indians. A tough set by Smith there. Gets pushed into the net. That'll lead to a Barton point, and now it leads to set point. It's 24-14. We've got Seth Deppy up to serve. Top spin. Blast to the middle back. Set. Big swing by Reeder. Gets tipped off Barton. Falls in. That's a point for the Indians. Still set point, though. The Indians going to need to push 10. Well, you got to win by 2. Push 11. Quick math. Substitution comes in. That'll be number 13 for Catawba. Elijah Armour must be a serving specialist. Oh, excuse me. Leo Trainum, number 18. Not the best time for a service error. That one's going to hurt, but Barton will take it. And Barton takes set number 1 as we switch sides for set number 2. Stay with us for set number 2 action as Barton looks to extend their win streak to 4 as they carry on this evening. We'll be right back here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network.
Set us apart. We daily work to build champions in body, mind, and soul. It's who we are. This is Conference Carolina.
That email address again is kburn@barton.edu, or give her a call at 252-399-6483. Congratulations to the class of 2024 Barton College Athletic Hall of Fame.
Welcome back to Barton College here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. I'm Amanda Poole, riding along with you guys for this home opener for Barton College. As we've switched sides for set number 2, the Bulldogs taking set number 1 handily, 25-15. The biggest problem for Catawba was their errors. 10 errors compared to Barton's 1 in that first set. The Indians hitting a .029. For Barton, their big deal was Lawson Hank, the freshman, hitting a .500 right now, counted for 4.5 points in that first set. They'll look to do it again. Set number 2. I talked about before this game, one of the biggest storylines was the trio of brothers on this Barton College team, but it's really fascinating. Head coach JT Deppie and his journey here. This is his 3rd season. But basically, 3 years ago, he got a call from his brother, Seth Deppie, his younger brother, said, hey, we need a coach, and I think he'd be good at it. Meanwhile, JT Deppie was going to work at Lambeau Field up in Wisconsin for the Packers. So from Lambeau Field to Wilson, North Carolina, and after his first year with Barton College, the year he came in, or the year before he came in 2022, they went 0-20. His first year, they got 5 wins. His second year, over doubled that, went 12-13. So now the ceiling is high for this year 3 with JT Deppie. Catawba with the serve. That's a top spin. That's going to be a tough one, but Barton figures it out. Smith to the back row. That one's out. Trevor Phillips, Davidson native, Ball State transfer. The grad spending his last year of eligibility under head coach Bill Ferguson, who used to be his coach at a club team in Charlotte several years ago. Wanted to be a part of history over there for the Indians. Smith with the middle, set up to Wyatt Easton for the kill. The Simpsonville, South Carolina native, the freshman, spent his high school days at Malden High School. They have a very good boys volleyball program there as that sport continues to grow at the high school level. What an ace. That one just sinks and drops down. Get a better look here. It's the first ace for Catawba tonight. Big swing, but a big shutdown by the Indians. That was a wall put up by Smith and Jacob Brown. Brown just 5'10". Smith 6'4". Shut that play down. Great drop serve. Right side. And Sandahl gets the ball thrown back at him on that high swing. Gave the blockers enough time to get in position and tower over. Another great job by Jacob Brown. Ooh, that one was a close one, but it did float out, as the line judge calls it. Catawba snaps its little streak there, but it's a nice 2-point lead to start this set compared to when Barton came out to a quick lead in set number 1. Left side, great cross swing there to that deep corner. Catawba responding in set number 2. Whatever Coach Ferguson said is working. Minimize those errors, I'm sure. Smith with the top spin. Powerful serve. Left side. Hands are up. Bodies are flying. But that'll be a kill for Barton. Back there to serve is Lawson Hank, the freshman, who we've talked a lot about. Tight set there. Smith gets to it, though. Gets it up. Reeder. A long ball that corner again. The Indians up by 3, getting the ball back. Eli Zdonek to serve now. Had 13 kills in their last match against Benedict. Big middle swing. Guess who? Ryan Gerasi with the middle swing, the middle kill there. He's hitting a 400 this season so far. He's efficient when he does get that setup in the middle. He'll go back to serve. Floater. Catawba keeps it alive. It's a free ball. What are the Bulldogs doing with it? It's to the left. It's a big swing. Tooled off the blocks by Jake Adams. Adams with 2 kills now on 6 attempts. That's the thing about this Barton College team. They take a lot of attacks. Credit to their defense, setting them up to do so. And there you have it, Trevor Phillips. Powerful arm. Phillips coming from a whole family of volleyball players. Mom played volleyball at Arkansas State. Sister Lauren played volleyball at USC Upstate and Mars Hill. Coach Ferguson calls him our guy, the point person. And right now, Phillips has 3 points for Catawba in this set. This one's back and forth just like the first one to start. Barton ended up taking control there in the middle of the first set. See if they do so now. Tight set by Smith. Catawba figures it out. There's a joust. Adams with the swing. Smith back set. Reeder. Good dig by Deppie. Another swing. That deep corner. Jake Adams. Great job cleaning up some out-of-system sets there. Great hustle by the Bulldogs. Tie things up at 7. Got Seth Deppie back there to serve. He's their 3-year starting setter. Can't Reeder! Says, how about that? That's called a line drive in baseball, but here, well, I guess you could call it a line drive here. Great placement by Reeder, being able to get up and on top of that ball. Block stood no chance, dig stood no chance, and now Reeder gets to serve. Big kill followed by a service error. That one hurts, but Catawba will stay in it. Try to side out right here to get it back, as this one is neck and neck, 8-8. Catawba hitting the ball a little bit better this one. Moving the ball a little bit better too, 15 assists. Smith pushes. Phillips. Back row. Adams. Smith. Reeder. Deep shot, but Adams has it. Right side slam. And that's a touch. I was going to say, landed out, but that was a touch, so it's Barton's point. And we've got Adams to serve. And that's a tough serve to get. Lucky for Catawba, they didn't have to. 9-9 here. Great pass from Green. And a great hit from Sandal. Now that was beautiful. That's what you get when you get an incredible pass off a very aggressive serve from Green. Set that one up for Sandal. Well, Sandal has 5 kills this evening. Big block shut down there over there on the right side. That's 12-1. Sandal and Ryan Gerasi. Now Gerasi is first in the Conference Carolinas in blocks per set, a 1.212. Ryan Gerasi trying to kick that one up for the play. White Easton with the floater. Quick set. but shut down by Jacob Brown. Just 5'10" as a middle, an undersized middle in this category, but able to shut down that play. Coach Ferguson calls him Micro Farmer, which if you don't know a lot about volleyball, you won't really know of Danny Farmer, but he was a UCLA Hall of Famer, won 2 national championships at UCLA. He also played in the NFL because he was a wide receiver at UCLA for the Bruins. So Jacob Brown, according to Ferguson, is kind of a mini version of that. Personality-wise, though, he's a big deal, an emotional leader for them, always a positive fire as Catawba tries to look to regain the lead. Micro Farmer. Yeah, if you didn't know Danny Farmer, you wouldn't really get that and understand that. But it sounds like Coach Ferguson has a great relationship with his players, all of them writing history for the Indians. Big top spin from Smith. Barton able to do something with it, though. A little slide, whatever you guys called it. From the middle there, coming around cross court like that on the 1 foot. Barton with the serve. Right side, tipped off. It's in play. Rolls off the block and lands in. Lucky for Jake Adams there in Barton as they take a 2-point lead now. They've got substitutions as Reeder comes out for Catawba and Luke O'Neill comes in for the outside. Luke O'Neill, 6'5" grad from Silver Spring, Maryland, the UMBC transfer. Tough reception there. Able to get a hit out of it. The court official calling a line violation there, a net violation on Catawba, so it's Barton's point. And that leads us to a timeout, to a break here, and we're going to take one with them. We'll be right back here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. Just a moment.
We got the dancers in the house tonight. We got dancers.
Welcome back to Barton College. Bulldogs leading Catawba 15-12. I'm Amanda Poole here with you on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. Barton up to serve here. Hink with the serve, that falls out. Catawba a chance to cut the lead here now. Eli Zdonek back at the service line. Zdonek, the other half of the dynamic duo with Trevor Phillips. Trevor's more of that brute force. Eli is also explosive. Quick twitch, explosive jumper, sharp angles. Ryan Gerasi taking advantage of the block there with the wipe, landing out, forcing another error from Catawba. Gerasi now accounting for 5 points for the Bulldogs tonight as he serves. Sixth service error of the ball game. Catawba with 8. Barton with 6. And make that 9 for Catawba. 14 service errors between the two. Top spin from Barton. Middle. Great dig by Green. A roll. Middle. Out. Wyatt Easton little too far to the right side, trying to find an open hole in the court there. Easton with 1 kill so far this evening on 6 attempts. And that'll pull us into another timeout. I want to take a moment to kind of talk about what the motto is for this Barton College program. Talking with head coach JT Deppy ahead of this home opener, I asked him, what is the motto, right? And he said, worst to first. He wants to be the most respected team on campus, wants to have a winning team, because, winning teams are fun to watch, but he also really wants to be respected in the classroom, holding doors open for people. And he said that this fall they had a leadership coach from Wisconsin come in, and they talked about what they want their culture and values to look like, and they really emphasized creating upperclassmen leadership. And that really starts with the senior Seth Deppy, senior Ben Wiekert, senior Jake Adams. Those guys get the most touches throughout these matches and see the most action on these courts. They really want those veterans to keep laying the foundation of what they want this program to be and not go back to that 0-20 team they just saw 3 years ago. We move on. Set number 2 still underway, 18-14. Barton holds the edge. Seth Deppy with the serve. Middle, back row. It's up, setters out, libero takes it. Right side. Sandal. 6th kill of the day coming from that opposite side. Deadly from that pin when he gets a good set. Great set coming from the libero that time, Green. And Deppy's back to serve. Back set to the right side. Bounced off too, but it's okay. Another swing, it's up. Push to the left, it's out. They're asking for a touch, and they get it. Libero Raymond Green dancing with the touch being called. That's going to be Barton's point, and they earned it on that defense. Catawba calling a timeout as Barton reaches that 20-point mark here. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll be right back here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network.
Set us apart. We daily work to build champions in body, mind, and soul. It's who we are. This is Conference Carolina.
Welcome back to Barton College here. Catawba trying to stop the bleeding as the Bulldogs lead 20-14, and they have control right now with the serve. That's Seth Deppy back there. Top spin coming down. The middle takes it. Smith running for the set. Great tool from Trevor Phillips. Phillips coming from Ball State, where Coach Ferguson said he was more of a complimentary and a role player, and he said, that really helped Phillips understand the roles of the rest of the guys, because now he's their point guy, he's their go-to guy, but now he knows what everybody around him should be doing as well. We got a substitution over there for Barton. Jake Adams comes in to help with that passing, and they don't need the help. That ball sails right out of there. Barton, easy point, 21-15. Jake Adams back to serve. Middle takes it. Smith with the push. Phillips. Wiping off the block. A nice little push there, able to use that block. And then Phillips will serve. Such a smart player, very high volleyball IQ, according to Coach Ferguson. Big topspin. That one lands out. Great read, great communication from Barton College. Just too many errors on Catawba's side to be able to pull this one back into play, but it's not over yet. 14 errors for the Indians tonight compared to the Bulldogs 4. And there it is. An ace for Ben Wiekert. He had 6 service aces headed into this ball game. And now he's got 2 more. And another serve. This one doesn't fall over and roll over that tape like the last one. As Catawba takes back the ball, they gotta go on a run here. Back to serve Wyatt Easton, the freshman. A floater. Front row takes it. Smith to the left side. That's a big one. Eli Zdonek with the kill from the outside.
18 serving 23, set number 2.
Zdonek captures his 8th kill of the day. Catawba looks to come back in this one. Big swing, but a bigger block. A solo shutdown from Eli Zdonek with the kill, then the serve, then the block. He's doing it all. Wyatt Easton again. Floater can't make it over this time. Service error never comes at a convenient time, but you gotta think it's match point, or set point, right now for Barton College. Seth Deppy with the floater, just gets it over at that point. Back row from Phillips. Shanked off Deppy. Christian Smith, the setter for Catawba, back to serve. Brought this one within 4. It's win by 2 scenario. Great serve receive. And that's what you get with a great pass. Ryan Gerasi finishing the second set for Barton College, 25-20. Gerasi now with 5 kills. We've got 3 Bulldogs with 5 kills. Jake Adams, Ryan Gerasi, and Lawson Hank. A triple threat, if you will, as we move on to set number 3. We're going to step away for a moment, but we'll be right back with you here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network.
You need to go online to the Bulldogs Athletics website. That's where you will find a one-stop shop for all your Bulldogs athletics news, notes, results, statistics, schedules, rosters.
Set us apart. We daily work to build champions in body, mind, and soul. It's who we are. This is Conference Carolina.
Welcome back to Barton College. Here as we move into set number 3, Barton leads 2-0 against Catawba. Back here, I'm Amanda Poole with you watching on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. In Conference Carolinas, we work hard to help build champions in body, mind, and soul. We are proud of our tradition, and we are committed to taking it to an even higher level in the years to come. Please visit conferencecarolinas.com to learn more about Conference Carolinas and all our amazing member institutions. All right, we got about 30 seconds to go before set number 3 takes place. Did want to talk about Catawba for a second. Inaugural season, as I've mentioned, head coach Bill Ferguson coming here to build something from scratch. And Catawba is technically in the SAC. That's the conference they compete in, but not the men's volleyball program because they don't compete with the other SAC men's volleyball programs. So right now, they're competing as an independent. It's not, the NCAA isn't separated by division, so according to Ferguson, playing as an independent is kind of great. The pros and cons can be, the pros, you can play whoever they want, and they get to play a lot of great teams. Hawaii, for instance, they'll go play number 4 Hawaii right now, and then they also play Queens. They also do get to play in the IVA championship, so they have a shot at winning that championship and then getting that bid to the tournament, NCAA tournament. So just a unique side of things, because obviously Barton College competes in the Conference Carolinas, but for Catawba, they just compete as an independent. And there's lots of independents out there, but they do have that outlet in the IVA where they do have technically the IVA championship or tournament, just like how Barton gets to play in the Conference Carolinas tournament to get that bid to the NCAA tournament. Last time the Barton College Bulldogs were in the NCAA tournament was in 2019. Coach JT Deppie looks to get back there. Set number 3 gets underway. Catawba sets the tone. Trevor Phillips leads the Indians with 7 kills, followed by Cam Reeder with 5. The Indians have really cleaned things up here as the sets go on. Left side, big swing. They recover. Another push. It's back to Hink, who gets it over. Smith sets up the middle, and it's Toole. That's Jacob Brown. We've talked about him, the 5'10 middle that Coach Ferguson calls Micro Farmer after the legendary Danny Farmer of UCLA. Serve Catawba. Great pass by Green. Boom! That's Hink with the strike. Green gets it up. Deppie. Great tempo set to set up their middle there, and Ben Wiekert slams it down, slams it home for the kill. Catawba still with the edge here as Barton looks to take it back. Wiekert to serve. So floater almost rolls over. A lot of service errors tonight. Barton averages 11 service errors per game. They have 7 so far. Hope that's not a foreshadowment. As Catawba serves, that's Smith, their setter in the back with the top spin. That one falls in. Smith with the ace. The Indians' second ace of the evening gives them a 3-point lead. Smith looks to do it again. Tough set. Makes it happen. There's the pancake, just not enough from Phillips from the back row to get that one up. Great return from Barton after a tough serve by Smith. We've got Jackson Dahl back there to serve. Catawba, back row attack and the slam, shanked off Barton. Unable to keep it alive. The Indians want to separate themselves early. Eli Zdonek up to serve now. He had 13 kills in 3 sets, their last match out against Benedict. Topspin serve, popped up by Wiekert. Wiekert will get the kill, or try to, with the roll shot, and it works. Eli Zdonek just short there. He was ready for a big, powerful swing by Wiekert, but the roll. Great decision there by Wiekert. The serve from Hink. Reeder gets it over. Deppy gets it to the middle. Gerasi. Not a flashy kill, but that does the trick. Just pops it over with his fingers. That open court area in the middle of that court. That's when communication's key for a team like Catawba. Now they've got that freshman libero, Max Atkinson. He's their starting libero, and Coach Ferguson said, you know, they didn't really realize he was going to be that great. I mean, they knew he could be pretty good, but just the more they saw him game by game, match by match, they realized that he's amazing. And he's got a very unique calmness to his game. Barton with the serve. Big middle swing from no one other than Jacob Brown. Brown now with 5 points for this team as Catawba holds the edge. Brown following his kill with a service error. Uncharacteristic of Catawba with these service errors. They only average about 4 per game. Right now they've got 12. Gerasi with the serve. Phillips with the decision to find that open court. No powerful swing necessary. Smart play by the graduate. Cam Reeder back to serve. That's a float. Deppy. Wiekert. Catawba with the big swing. They call it out. Trevor Phillips, we're saying his name a lot because he is 5th in the country in attacks per set, averaging just under 9. Takes a lot of attempts to get those kills for the Indians. Barton serves. Smith with the set. Right side, Cam Reeder. Judge calls a net violation there as Barton gets the point to tie things up at 7. Big top spin. Middle takes it. Smith sets it to the middle. Tooled off the block, still in play. Phillips with the powerful swing, shanked off Raymond Green. So hard sometimes as a libero to absorb that swing. That's what they say one of the biggest differences between women's and men's volleyball is that strength factor, the power of those swings. Phillips serves the flow. That's a tight set. Deppy gets it. They make something out of it. Catawba takes the free ball. Tipped by Phillips from the back row. Such a smart play from the experienced graduate. Phillips with the tip. We've seen a little bit of everything from him. Big, powerful swings from the outside. Then able to push and tip it over when needed. That one sails out, though, on his serve. Catawba still with the edge, 9-8 here as Barton takes over, trying to cut this lead. Jake Adams with the top spin. Great pass. Green keeps it in play. Trying to set something up. Big swing from Ben Wiekert. They make something out of nothing. That was a bump set from Green all the way over, finding that left side. Great job by Wiekert to track it and slam it down. Big top spin. That one falls out. Another service error for the Bulldogs. Catawba up 10-9 as this one has been back and forth, but leaning more towards the Indians. A serve from Easton. Big middle swing! Ben Wiekert! Wiekert with 3 kills. Kind of been the silent killer of the ball game so far, able to get that middle involved. Shout out to the setter, Seth Deppy, though. Those quick tempo sets, they're in sync in their rotation. Tooled off the block there for Catawba as they keep the edge here, 11-10. set number 3. Remember, Barton leads right now in this match 2-0. Catawba's going to need to win 3 sets in a row to take a win home. Top spin from Smith, floater as it drops before green. Left side, big swing from Wiekert. We've got an official. The net violation. Barton gets the point. We're all knotted up at 11. Jack Sandahl up to serve. The senior barely gets it over. Smith back set. Woo! Eli Zdonek puts it down. 11 kills for Zdonek. And she'll go back and serve. Top spin again. Tough pass. Little miscommunication there between libero and setter on that number 2 touch. Right side, Reeder! It's up somehow. They get the free ball. What are they going to do with it? Phillips! Just out. Spartan ball. Tied up 12-12. Pink with the serve. Phillips with the slam. Finds its way through the block. There on the right side, Coach Deppy telling Ryan Gerasi something. Block had to be a little bit tighter, I'm assuming, to get that shutdown from the right side. Speaking of a shutdown, that's Jake Adams with the slam. Flying off the hands of the Indians there to get the kill. Still knotted up 13-13. Barton unable to get the lead here in set number 3 just yet as they try to do it right now. Gerasi from the service line. It's popped up by Phillips. Left back. That's popped up and out. Cam Reeder back to serve. Coach Ferguson says Reeder is very smart, studying environmental science. So if the pro volleyball thing doesn't work out, he'll be doing some fascinating things. Barton gets the ball back here, and we just keep going back and forth. I've got whiplash. I don't know about you. We've got Seth Deppy up to serve. Big top spin. Tries to push it over. Back row, shut down by a wall. 10-7 there. That's Trevor Phillips and Wyatt Easton. 6'5" and 6'6". Gonna be hard to get a back row attack to fall through there. Well, Catawba holds the lead 15-14 in set number 3 as they'll need to win the next 3 sets to go home with the W. We'll take a break with them. We'll be right back here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network.
Life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Welcome back to Barton College. Both teams need a little mental reset here as this one has been back and forth all evening. The Indians, though, for set number 3, have held the constant lead, whether it's been tied up or not. Barton's going to try to pull away here because then they can close out if they win set number 3. All right. Underway, Catawba with the serve. That's Trevor Phillips with the top spin. Flies down on green. Shanks it out. An amazing ace from Catawba. That's just their 3rd one of the evening. They average just 1.3 per game, 30th in the country at that rate. Phillips again. Woo! Yeah, I wouldn't want to try to get that one myself. That one comes down so hard. Phillips, such a strong arm, strong swing. Great timing on that serve. It's like a back row hit at that point. He finds his rhythm from the service line. Ooh, almost there as Barton takes a sigh of relief. They don't have to face that one again for 6 more rotations. Catawba, 2-point edge here. It's Jake Adams up to serve. Last time out, he had 8 kills and 4 sets played, 2 assists, 3 digs. Barton gets the point. Big top spin from Adams. Zdonek gets it up. Back row attack from Phillips. Net violation there. Another error for Catawba. This was their crutch in those first 2 sets. Too many errors. Set number 1, they had 10. Set number 2, they had 4, and now they've got 3 so far. Adams into the net. Ends his streak there. Catawba leads by 2. Catawba has been slowly getting better when it comes to that hitting percentage. Barton held them to just .029 in that first set. Woo! Speaking of hitting percentage, Lawson Hink with the slam from the middle. Hink now with 9 kills. He's got 10 points for this Barton team tonight. Cutting this lead to 1. Now we've got Wiekert back to serve. Jacob Brown gets it up. Cam Reeder from back row. Powerful swing. Is that in? They call the antenna. Catawba ball. Trevor Phillips and Eli Zdonek combined for 24 kills this evening. They do it all for this team. Great tip, great net play by Lawson Hink. I'm pretty sure he didn't even have to jump for that one. 6-6, just popped that one over. Catawba out of sync there, unable to respond as Sandel sends it over. Woo! Awesome dig by Green to keep that one in play. Back row attack from Adams, rolls it over. Jacob Brown ready? Yes, he is! Brown with the slam. Great tempo set from Smith. They were on the same wavelength with that one. Barton's block unable to get ready. Catawba leads by 2. They want this. Back to serve, Zdonek. Top spin, popped up. That's a tight one. Middle. Ryan Gerasi. His 8th kill of the day. Gerasi cuts the lead. Hink to serve. Sends it to Phillips. Reeder takes it. JT Deppie being a line judge there. Coach Deppie calling that one in. Catawba with the kill. They need to push 4 to win this one. Then they got to win 2 more to go home a winner. Barton's ball. We got a sub coming in. That's number 17, Cooper Edwards. Had 1 service error and 2 sets played their last time out. Edwards coming from Zebulon, North Carolina. Great floater serve to Phillips. Opposite, Jake Adams. Great ball placement. Sometimes you don't need power, you need placement. Adams with 9 kills this evening and had a great time to tie this one up. 21-21, set number 3. Barton wins it, they're done. Catawba has a lot to go, but they're here, they're fighting, cleaning things up on their end of the court, hitting a 345 in set number 3 compared to a 280 in the second and a .029 in that first. Meanwhile, Barton's having no problem getting those kills, hitting a 571 in this third set. Just one error in this third set. Pretty even, as we've seen this really go back and forth. All right, well, they've got a timeout. We're going to take a quick one here before we get back into action for the rest of this set 3. Welcome back to Barton College. Things are getting heated here in set 3 between the Indians and the Bulldogs. We're knotted up at 21. Barton took the first 2 sets. Amanda Poole here with you on Conference Carolina's digital network. As Barton sends it over. Cam Reeder tries to cut it. Too powerful. Falls out, and Barton takes their first lead of set number 3. Back to serve, Cooper Edwards. Great floater. Great reception. Sets up Phillips. Adams keeps it in play. He's hurting. And we're tied up again. Shocker, as this one has been back and forth all set 3. Back to service, Cam Reeder. Coach Ferguson said that he has so much untapped potential, that Reeder just needed to be in a situation where he could be more in the forefront, and that's here at Catawba. Ferguson said that he wants to train and refine him, give him direction, and he's loving it. Reeder with the service error. Both teams double-digit errors from that service line. Catawba with 17, Barton with 10. So the Bulldogs get ready to serve. That's Seth Deppie, third-year starting setter. Big topspin comes down. Smith sets it up to Trevor Phillips. Setter's out. Jake Adams with the big swing. Pink back there. Point Catawba.
Serving number 7, Trevor Phillips. Tied at 23, set number 3.
Catawba fighting back at the net there. They've got 5 blocks tonight. Barton 7. Phillips with the top spin. Woo! What a swing from Jake Adams. That left-handed swing, hard to read sometimes on the other side of the net. Credit to him to keep that one in there. Great placement between the block. Adams to serve now. They get it up. Smith to the outside. That's Zdonek. Seth Deppie setting it up for Lawson Hank. Errors. And we've got ourselves a ball game. It's tied up 24-24. Reminder, you got to win by 2. Wyatt Easton to serve. Here comes the floater. Green takes it. Seth to Sandal. Sends it over lightly. They take a big swing, and it's good. Eli Zdonek takes us to set point. Zdonek with 9 kills this evening. Excuse me. Zdonek with 13 kills this evening. leading this team for Catawba. An out-of-system set, but they'll make it work with the tip there from Hink. Smith sets up Zdonek, tries to get going here. Sets up Zdonek again, who swings. And there it is. Set point one. Coach JT Deppy still looking for an answer there on a call, but nope. Catawba won set three. Now they've got to win the next two if they want to come away with a match win. As we switch sides, we'll step away. Set number 4 is on the way here on Conference Carolina's Digital Network.
Next match is right here at home. This Thursday, January the 30th, we'll be hosting the Edward Waters Tigers for serve.
Set us apart. We daily work to build champions in body, mind, and soul. It's who we are. This is Conference Carolina.
Welcome back to Barton College here on the Conference Carolina's Digital Network. The Conference Carolina's Digital Network, powered by Huddles, the official digital network of Conference Carolinas. The digital network features all of the original live streaming programming from Conference Carolinas. Conference Carolinas Digital Network is available online at conferencecarolinas.com/watch, as well as on platforms such as Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, and Apple TV. Mobile devices, including iPhone, iPad, and Android, will also work with the default web browser. Learn more and start watching now on conferencecarolinas.com/watch. Well, you probably figured out how to do all that because you're here watching this awesome home opener for Barton College with me, Amanda Poole. We're moving on to set number 4 because Catawba has responded in set number 3 to force a 4th set. They're going to have to win this one and the next to walk away with the win. Now Barton's 4-3, Catawba 3-3. Long schedules ahead for Barton. This is their second to last non-conference game before they take on Lee's McRae the first week of February. And now for Catawba, they compete as an independent, so they technically don't really have a conference to play in, but they do have some interesting opponents on their slate. They'll have Queens up next, and Mount Olive, Emmanuel, Fort Valley State, Erskine, Mount Olive, and number 4, Hawaii. And then they'll host Barton at the end of February. As we get going here for set number 4. Now the biggest difference for Catawba in that third set is they started being more efficient with their attacks. Only 5 errors on 16 kills, 36 total attacks, hitting a .306. Now Barton played pretty clean as well, but Catawba able to get a couple aces in there, 3 aces compared to Barton's 0. Now Barton known to be a threat from that service line, something that Coach Ferguson said he was ready for. See if Catawba can keep that momentum going as set number 4 gets underway. Trevor Phillips, tough topspin on the way here. What'd I tell ya? That's an ace for Trevor Phillips. He's got a couple today. Barton really struggled with his serve the last set as Catawba takes the lead. And that one's out. And we're back to being tied up. Now Trevor Phillips and Eli Zdonek, those grads on this Catawba team combined for 16 kills. 26 kills this evening. Atkinson takes it. Big push, sets it to Sandal for the kill. Sandal, a Conference Carolinas player to watch this season with a kill. He averages just about 3.67 kills per set. So he should do that technically about 2 more times. That one floats out for Weaker. Couple service errors now for Barton. They've got 11. Catawba with 18. Catawba serves. That's an error from Ryan Gerasi. Just his second error this evening. He's got 8 kills. Hink and Adams lead with 9 apiece as far as the attacks. Sandal trying to push, but guess who hangs with him? Wyatt Easton from that left side, able to have some hang time in the air to stop that push from coming through. Catawba, 2-point lead here. Smith gets it to Jacob Brown, and Jacob Brown puts it down. An undersized middle has no problem getting up there, snapping his wrist down for the kill. Tight set. They make something happen with Gerasi. Left side, that's Zdonek. And that's a point for Catawba. Catawba with a 4-point lead now, as they seem to be rolling just right. Barton really out of sync here compared to what we saw in those first 2 sets. Seth Deppy gets it to the back row for a swing. They're trying to keep it in play. Jacob Brown does. Seth, back set. And there it is. Big kill from Jack Sandal. Jack Sandal has been playing volleyball since the 7th grade. He was on varsity since the 8th grade. He was the only freshman on that varsity team as well. The only freshman starter. He's top 20 in the Conference Carolinas in hitting percentage, 2nd in total kills, 3rd in blocks per set, and 33rd in the nation in blocks per set. That's really something he's unlocked with his game, is those blocks. Seth Deppy wanting in on the action there with the kill. A nice dish. Barton cuts the lead to 3. And now to 2. You can't see it on your screen, but off to the lower right side, the Barton bench going crazy. Feel the team support here. Great atmosphere here in Wilson, North Carolina. Again, this is the first all-time meeting between these 2 squads because Catawba is in its inaugural season. They'll meet again at the end of February. Hink serves it over. Smith with the set, sends it back to Zdonek. And they get a touch, so that's going to be a kill for Catawba, as they look to run away with it here. Zdonek up to serve. He's got 17 kills, 4 digs so far, doing a little bit of everything for this team, as he's supposed to, according to Coach Ferguson. Big set to the outside as Jake Adams tries to keep it alive. Sandal tries to send it over. You can see that vocal leadership. Jack Sandal trying to say, hey guys, come on, we got to get this going. That's the thing about volleyball, and honestly most sports. It's a game of runs and momentum. Zdonek with the serve. Catawba leads by 4. Here comes the topspin. That one falls out. Barton wants to get this thing back on track, and it'll start with leaving the errors on Catawba's side. Gerasi up to serve. It's a floater. Phillips. Big swing by Jacob Brown, shut down. He's gonna try again. Nope, it's to the right side. Cam Reeder for the kill. A left hand from that right side. Deadly duo there. Great set by Smith to mix it up. Barton blockers unable to get there with that tempo set as Jacob Brown goes to serve. That one floats and sails out. Catawba doing so well at the attack line. They're hitting a 625. Meanwhile, Barton still trying to find its footing here in set number 4, hitting a 111. Big topspin coming from Seth Deppe. Trevor Phillips with the hit. Officials calling a net violation here on Barton. Official going to talk to JT, let him know what's up. Point Catawba. Cam Reeder back to serve. The sophomore from Houston, Texas. The floater gives it to the libero Green to pop up. Kind of an awkward set, but Jake Adams makes use of it. Zdonek runs out of the gymnasium to track that one down. There's no lack of hustle and effort this evening in this match. Catawba's got a long way to go to come back and win this one, but what a great start in set number 4. Jake Adams back to serve for Barton. High topspin. Sends it to Phillips, who handles it well. Back row attack from Zdonek, shanked off of Barton, and that's a kill. Catawba up 12-8 on Barton. The Bulldogs unable to pull away here and try to tie things up, unable to go on a run themselves. It's Trevor Phillips with the topspin now. That one comes short. Point Barton. Now, when it comes to Conference Carolinas, this Barton team is deadly. They're first in total kills, first in total assists and blocks and about everything, and digs and everything. They played a lot of matches. Big swing by Phillips. Sandal. Reeder gets it up. Smith, back set to Zdonek. Somehow they keep it up, Barton. A set over, that's a free ball. Can they do it? Nope. Sends it back over with the block from Barton. A little joust up there. Zdonek sends it over, though. Barton trying to get in a rhythm with the back set. Phillips gets it up. Big swing by Reeder and falls in. Jake Adams unable to get there. A little shaken up on that play. We've seen Jake Adams a little shaken up on a couple things. Hope he's okay. The officials come out, clean up the floor for him. You wonder what Barton needs to do to get out of this funk. Curious to see if Coach Deppe will call a timeout here when we get halfway through this one. Catawba doing a great job efficient-wise. 8 kills, 0 errors on 15 attempts. Meanwhile, Barton's got 4 kills on 2 errors and 13 attempts. Haven't been able to get in a rhythm here. But now they do! Lawson Hink with the answer. Hink with 10 kills now in double digits. Spartan's going to try to go on a run here. It starts with defense. Great job by Adams to get that one up. Lawson Hink with the tip. Back row attack from Phillips. That's deadly. Trevor Phillips averages about 4 kills per set. Tonight, he's got 14. Nice slide. Great dig by Catawba. And that one's out. Max Atkinson, the freshman libero, able to dig that one up. He made it look easy, but I promise you, a slide like that, no block. That was a tough one to get up, but the freshman able to get that one. Cam Reeder, although unable to hit that one in. Catawba looks aside, right back out. Great cut by Zdonek, but it's dug up. Big swing, a little bit too big from the back row from Lawson. Now Lawson Hink, just a freshman. with that error there. Catawba leads by 4. And there we are, halfway through this set number 4. And I'm going to pull away for a timeout here. I think we're going to take a timeout with them. Catawba leads 15-11 here in set number 4. We'll be right back here on Conference Carolina's digital network.
Life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Welcome back here to Wilson, North Carolina, home of the Barton Bulldogs. The Bulldogs trailing in set number 4, 15-11, against Catawba. Now Catawba has really changed their tune after those first 2 sets. They weren't very efficient. They had 10 errors in that first set and then 4 errors in the second. Still with 5 errors in the third, they were able to pull out and win that one, forcing this 4th set. And they've come out hot. Zdonek with the top spin. That makes it a tough set for Seth Deppy. And the joust. He had one hand up against 4 arms across the net there. That's going to be a tough battle. Catawba takes a 5-point lead now as Barton looks to get back in this. Zdonek up to serve. Green with the pass. Jake Adams, kind of a weird hit. Smith gives it to the back row for Zdonek. Jake Adams again. Into the net. Another error for Barton in this 4th set. That's number 5. They're hitting a .056. It's kind of like the tale of 2 stories right now. Barton finishing this set. How Catawba started their first set. Can't find consistency on those front lines. Phillips. It's up from Sandahl. Back row attack from Hink, too strong. They're asking for a touch, and they get it. Barton gets the ball back. They're going to look to go on a run here, as momentum needs to be on their side if they want to push this. Again, they only have to win this one to be able to go home. Catawba's got to get this one and a 5th one. Back to serve. Cooper Edwards. Beautiful floater, but it floats right on by that end line. Barton loses the ball. Jacob Brown back to serve, the 5'10 middle. Short little float serve there. Seth Deppy tries to get the setup. Catawba wanting that one. Wanting a little too badly, though, as they get called for that net violation. Barton ball back to serve is Seth Deppy, the setter. He was unanimously voted captain, the only captain that was voted unanimously. Vocal leader on this team. As the setter, you normally are the quarterback of your squad. Barton gets called for a net violation there on the left side. Catawba takes over. 19-13. Cam Reeder with the serve. It's a floater this time. And now they've been targeting that sub, Jordan Taylor, who came in. Tries to get that one up. Jordan Taylor, a sophomore out of Houston, Texas. Only played in 3 matches last year. He's played in 5 matches so far this year. Cam Reeder floats one out too far. Catawba gives the ball back to Barton, who need to push here. They want to get back in this. As Jordan Taylor steps up to serve. He's got 0 service aces and 5 service errors. Make that 6 now. As he shakes his head, knowing his team needs him. Barton trying to find a way back into this one. Let's see them targeting Jordan again, but Green stepping in there, and the ball comes over to that 4 spot. Big swing from Hank. Into the net, though, as point goes to Catawba. Too many errors for Barton here to come back so far. 7 kills, 5 errors on 22 attacks. They're just hitting a .091 as Catawba has been deadly from the front lines. And from the service line, make that. Big ace, bad communication back there by Barton as Jordan Taylor comes out. And Davalos comes in. Now Davalos is a freshman from West Palm Beach, Florida. He plays everything. Back row, front row, outside, libero, and he'll try to take this serve. Excuse me, that's Hank taking that one, and Hank will go to tip it. The Reader's there. Left side, Zdonek, tooled off the block. What a swing from Zdonek. This is insane. We've got 3 players from Catawba in double digits in kills. Trevor Phillips with 14. Zdonek with 19. Trevor Phillips under the net for that serve. And that 3rd player in double digits for Catawba. Number 1, Cam Reeder as well. He's got 10. All right, Barton serve now. Ben Wiekert back in. That's a floater. The libero takes it. Big left side kill from Zdonek. Make that 20 kills for Eli to finish set number 4. We'll move on to a 5th set now for just the 2nd time for Barton this season. And for the first time for Catawba, this is their first 5-set match of the year. Well, I guess ever. Everything is their first, considering their an inaugural season. All right, we've got about 2.5 minutes before this set gets underway. And remember, this one goes till 15, not to 25. Still win by 2, though. We're going to take a water break with these guys. We'll see you when we get back here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network.
Set us apart. We daily work to build champions in body, mind, and soul. It's who we are. This is Conference Carolina.
Welcome back to Barton College. Amanda Poole here with you on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. Oh, we've got a good one. So fitting for my first call here at Barton College. We get to 5 sets. Blame it on me if you didn't want extra volleyball, but I love extra volleyball, so here we are. Catawba took the last 2. Barton took the first 2. The Bulldogs with too many mistakes there in that fourth set to overcome. Now they look to regroup here in set number 5. Barton College 4-3 headed to this one. Catawba College 3-3. First time meeting each other as Catawba's that first-year program. Set number 5 underway again. A reminder, this one goes till 15. Still win by 2. Barton's gonna serve. And they're playing Journey. And everybody's clapping. Love the atmosphere here. Catawba fans excited that the Indians stayed in this one, really pushed. Hard comeback, losing the first 2 sets and being able to pull out the next 2 wins. But they are led by a very veteran head coach in Bill Ferguson. He spent his last 4 years building a program from scratch at Carolina University, and then was at Wake Forest as the head coach of their women's volleyball team for 3 years. He was a 2-time AVCA National Coach of the Year when he was at USC, University of Southern California, for a decade. He went to 3 Final Fours, 2 runner-ups in 2009 and 2012. He also coached at the Olympic level for that the men's juniors national team for a couple of years there. He's seen a volleyball at all different levels, so if there's a coach that can coach you through a comeback like that, it's going to be Bill Ferguson. Meanwhile, on the other side of the net, you've got head coach JT Deppie, the older brother of Seth Deppie and Luke Deppie, who are on this team. He's just a few years removed from playing in Conference Carolinas for King. A young coach, but has loved volleyball his whole life. Has coached volleyball, a majority of it as well, whether that's club, high school, camps, clinics. See how Barton responds after falling in those last 2 sets. The biggest issue for them was efficiency on attacking and unable to get their blocking going like they did in those first 2 sets, something they're known for. Errors, like I said, Barton with a service error to begin this 5th set. As Catawba takes the serve, that's 10 up there on the left side of your screen. Easton with the floater. Seth Deppie gets it to the left side, and there's a tool from Lawson Hink. Now, Lawson Hink is a guy who really got going there in those first 2 sets when they were winning. Right now, he leads this team with 11 kills on 30 attempts, only 5 errors. Let's see if they can get him going here. Jacob Brown missed timing there on that set with Smith and Brown there on that left side, but Barton will take it, and they'll take the edge with it. 2-1 as Jack Sandal goes to serve in the back. A light floater gets to Trevor Phillips. Smith sets it out to the left side. Great cut from Eli Zdonek. He has been deadly from that pin. He's got 21 kills tonight. Barton unable to shut him down on that right side so far this evening, as he has found his groove. The setter, Smith with the serve, a floater into the middle of the court. Seth pushes it out to left side, and Hink pushes it to the open floor. Hink with the 2nd kill of this set. Another back and forth start. Back to serve is Hink. Lawson Hink with 13 kills, accounting for 15.5 points for the Bulldogs. Trevor Phillips with the pass. Back set to Zdonek. Into the net. Barton's cheering. They're up 4-2. And here's a timeout. Chance to cool down, get your mind right. I'm going to do the same. We'll be right back on Conference Carolina's Digital Network. Welcome back to Barton College. If you're just joining us, one, you missed a lot, but two, you actually came at a good time too because things are intense. We're in set number 5 here. A match between Barton and Catawba. Barton leads. Well, it's tied up 2-2. Barton won the first 2. Catawba won the second 2. But Barton holds the edge right now, 4-3, as they just had a service error, something that's been hurting them these past couple of sets. They were errors. Catawba takes the serve. Eli Zdonek, who leads all hitters with 21 kills tonight. Top serve on the way. Pink will take it. Set to left side. Cam Reeder. Tooled! Reeder tools it off of Adams and Gerasi. Something hard to do as he finds the right power, the right swing to earn the point. We're tied up at 4 apiece. Zdonek back to serve again. A top spin on the way. Big serve. Roll shot from Green. Smith with the middle set to Jacob Brown. Tipped off the block. Catawba earns another one off the hands of Barton. And another timeout as the Bulldogs are going to try to stay in this one. 1st to 15 as we'll step away.
Life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Welcome back to Barton College. Set number 5 underway here. It's neck and neck like it's been all night. Catawba with the edge right now, 5-4 against Barton College. Barton stepping away from some of the things they were doing so well in those first 2 sets that they won. Only 5 service aces. They had 4 of them between those first 2 sets, and now just 1 between these last 3. Haven't been able to win many points off of the service line, but they are attacking better in this 5th set, hitting a 667. Meanwhile, Catawba's trying to find their footing, hitting a 200. 2 errors for the Indians so far, while Barton's played a clean 5th set. So we get back into action. Zdonek back to serve again for Catawba. Green with the pass. Seth sets up the back row. That's a high dig. Trevor Phillips on cleanup duty. They get the ball up. Seth to the left side. That's Jake Adams. And that's the antenna. Catawba point. Zdonek back to serve. Green with the pass. Seth back set to Sandal. Pushes out to Trevor Phillips. Sandal up. Net violation on Barton. That's got to hurt. Catawba takes the point. Coach Deppy frustrated as there's a sub. DeBilzen comes in. Sammy DeBilzen, the freshman. He's a setter. Zdonek hits it out after a nice little run for him and Catawba. The Bulldogs going to try to go on a run here. Down by 2. Cooper Edwards comes in for the serve. Edwards with one service error, so far. 2 digs tonight. Tough floater. Cam Reeder makes something of it. An out of sync setup there. And we switch sides because we are halfway through set number 5. Again, reminder, first to 15, win by 2. Barton's gonna try to dig away at this deficit. Been really interesting following the trends of these sets as we go on this evening. It's been so neck and neck, and you can see that with the stats too. Both teams right now overall hitting a 260. Catawba has the edge in assists, 54-39, and has the edge in aces, 7-5. Now Barton normally is deadly from that service line, but they haven't been able to make Catawba pay just yet. Catawba up to serve. That's Jacob Brown with the floater. Jake Adams takes it. Back row attack from Lawson Hink when they need it most. Barton gets the ball back. Now in volleyball, they call that a BIC, B-I-C, when that back row attack comes down like that. That's going to be useful for Barton. If they can get some power swings in there, not allow Catawba to get set up on the front lines. We're confirming a substitution down at the court, and we're underway. Back to serve for Barton is Seth Deppy. Top spin. Gets it to the libero, Atkinson. Pancake! Judge says it hits the floor. Good effort by Green to try to get that ball up. Catawba back with the ball. Cam Reeder up to serve. Green with the pass, great pass to set up the middle, but too high of a swing. Can't close down on it, so it floats out for Weikert. Weikert with 4 kills. Seth pushes out to the left side to find Sandal, and Sandal wipes it off the block. Smart play by the senior. Jake Adams back to serve. He went on a pretty decent run in that last set. See if he can bring some consistency to this Barton team. The joust happening up there. Barton keeping it alive. That's the left side to Hink, who sends it over. Smith sets it to Trevor Phillips, who throws it down. Phillips with 17 kills tonight. Phillips and Zdonek. Deadly duo that Coach Ferguson warned me about. He said, those are our guys. 2 of them that came from this club team out of Charlotte that Ferguson used to coach about 5 years ago. He said, I was just lucky that they still had eligibility left and that they wanted to come write history, which they're doing tonight. Ooh, tough top spin, but that one falls out. Barton catches their breath. Again, first to 15 as we close in on set 5 to close out this match. A serve from Weikert. Big swing from Zdonek. Popped up. Left side. Big swing by Hink. Their leading scorer right now with 17 points for the Bulldogs. 14 kills on 33 total attacks with just 5 errors. Hink has been helpful. That'll take us to another timeout here. We'll be right back in 60 seconds.
set us apart. We daily work to build champions in body, mind, and soul. It's who we are. This is Conference Carolina.
Welcome back to Barton College here in set number 5 between Barton and Catawba. I'm Amanda Poole here on the Conference Carolina's digital network. Big back row attack from Trevor Phillips. He's stopped by no one. Barton unable to get their blocking going here in these past few sets that Catawba has come away with. They had 6 blocks in that first set, winning easily. They've only had 1 block in the last 4 sets. Big swing by Sendall. Zdonek making something out of the high set. Seth sets it up to the left side. Big swing by Hink. Smith takes it for himself. His first kill of the day comes in set 5, 2 points away from match point. Or from match win for Catawba. Big swing from Barton, point Catawba. That one falls out for Lawson Hank. And now it is match point, set point for Catawba after being down 2-0. Pressure's on for Barton. Set up a big swing in the middle, and they get it! Ryan Gerasi! Sendall with the serve. Smith sets it up. Jacob Brown shut down. There it is. The first block in 2 sets. Well, 2.5 sets for Barton. Something they do so well. They haven't been able to do, and now the defense stepping up when needed. And a service error for the set point and match point. Catawba, in their inaugural season, gets their first ever win over Barton College. Catawba will move on to go play at Queens on the 30th. Meanwhile, Barton College will take their 4-4 record and get right back to it on Thursday, hosting Edward Waters. I'll be there for that one. Again, Amanda Poole here watching with you. Hope you enjoyed the 5-set match. The win goes to Catawba. A great comeback win after down 2 sets to begin with. What a great start for an inaugural season, an inaugural team that doesn't look like a first-year program.